Hey guys, back in the garage working on the blue 69 Camaro. Today's game plan is to just finish it. I think we can get this car done today. I got the gasket for the carburetor, so I'm going to change that out today. Here it is, it's right here. Right there. This is a carburetor. This carburetor just came off a good running motor, and I know it ran really well with this carburetor, so rather than try to fight with this carburetor that's been sitting forever, sometimes it's just easier just to change it, because I'd rather just change it because I don't have a carburetor. If I didn't have a spare carburetor, then this carburetor, you're just chasing it to find, really what the problem is. And it looks like it's got a cracked base plate, so I'm not even going to mess with it. So anyway, game plan is to get the carburetor done, get the car up and running. I got actually a seat cover, a rear seat cover. So I'm going to change that out. I have padding. So I'm going to reupholster the back seat so I can get the interior done. I have the package tray right here. So I could button up the interior, get that all done. And the last thing is to raise the muffler on the passenger side. It's hanging down a little lower. And then I'll go over the whole car, shake it down real quick just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And that's pretty much it. So enough talking, let's get to work. Alright guys, we changed the carburetor, put the air cleaner back on. This car should start right up. The carburetor was on a really good running, it was a really good running motor. This carburetor came right off, so I'll be worried if it doesn't run good. Alright, so let's start it up, let's see what it does. The choke didn't want to let go. Not bad. That's that tranny, the 2-speed power glide that just whines, but they don't die. You can't kill them. It's probably going to smoke for a little bit. Because don't forget, this car, it's been off the road for 34 years. So, I'm going to just let it run. Actually, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this car off before it just fills up this garage with smoke. I got the door going, I got a fan going. And I think I'm just going to reupholster the seat, do the package tray, and step back and take a look at the car. Hopefully it'll stop raining, we'll get the car outside. We'll get a good look at it. Alrighty? Alright, back to work. What a nasty seat. All right, guys, I just want to show you what I'm doing with this right over here. I'm no upholstery guy. You know, I've done them before, and I always say it, I'm not an upholstery guy. I don't have the padding, so I got padding, and I'm laying it on here. And this is how I think it goes. Pretty much like this. I know there's a seam here. I'm going to try to use spray glue to see if I can spray glue the seams together. And hopefully that'll hold it really well. I'm going to also spray glue it to the backing, to the frame. And then I'll just trim away what I don't need as I go to tuck the seat cover on. So, like I say, I'm no upholstery guy, but why not give it a try? Okay, so here we go. This is what I did. I put the padding on, and I actually used a spray glue to kind of keep the seams together. And then I spray glued it to the frame. I don't know if that's the way you do it, but that's the way I'm doing it. And hopefully it looks good. All right. Like I say, I'm no upholstery guy. You know, I feel my way through pretty much everything. And, you know, I figured why not? You know, I had some of this stuff lying around. You'll laugh when I tell you where I got it from later. Okay, so let's get this done. This way we can just keep moving on. We're almost done with the car. Here we go. All right, here it is. This is from being in a box. This seat has to be, oh my gosh, it's got to be about 8 years old. It's been in the box, so this wrinkle, I'm hoping it'll come out. I don't have a heat gun or anything, but hopefully in the sun. I mean, the interior in these cars gets so hot to begin with, so I think a few days in the sun should fix that little crease right there. I hope, but I think it will. So, all right, I just wanted to show you. Like I say, I'm no upholstery guy or anything like this. I'm just a guy that just tries to make things work. So, alrighty, let's get back to work. All right, guys, we got the back seat in. Here it is. A little dirty, the base. The interior still has to be cleaned down, but I got a comment the other day about it's doing body work and painting a car. It's hard for small guys to do it, short guys to do it. You're right, but it's hard for big guys to do this. There's always a trade-off. So, alrighty, I'm gonna keep moving along. The only thing that we have left to do, from what I could see, is the tailpipes. The exhaust that's hanging too low, and little odds and ends, maybe light bulbs here and there. But the car is really getting there, so let me just keep plugging away. Here we go. All right, guys, this car is pretty much done. I cut the tailpipes off. I didn't want to bore you with that. The only thing I have to do is just put an exhaust clamp on the driver's side muffler just to bring it up about 2 inches, and that's it. Everything else on this car is pretty much finished. Maybe a head like a marker bulb or something like that, but for the most part, this car is pretty much done. Here's the interior. It's just got to be cleaned up. I'd love to take it for a ride, but the last time we took that other patina Camaro, I'm just a little worried. So, but I figured we can clean this up. No, this car hasn't been on the road in 34 years. So why don't you and I jump in this car and take it for a ride for the first time in 34 years. Let's give it a try. Here we go. All right, guys, we're back. We just took a car that's been off the road for 34 years, and it took 15 days worth of work to get it to where it is now, to where it could be driven again. What a shame. You know, it's a nice little car. It rides nice. The muffler rattles around a little bit, so I'll fix that. There's a few little things here and there, you know, a couple of bulbs here and there, brake bulbs and stuff like that. But for the most part, the car feels really good. Like I say, I don't know what it's going to do on the freeway, but around here, it's not bad. It's just a cool little car. I want to thank you guys first for taking a ride with me for the first time, to take this car out for the first time in 34 years, and just for taking a ride with me and my son as we put this car together. It was a neat little car. This car wanted to go back on the road. This car didn't fight at all, you know, so I'm going to actually miss this car. You know, like I miss most of the cars that I sell. The ones that I don't miss are the ones that fight me all the way. I don't miss those. I don't even want to remember those. But this car did not fight us. It wanted to go back on the road. I mean, all the cars that we've done so far, they really didn't fight us. They were a lot of work, but they didn't fight. So these are the things that I enjoy doing. I like getting these cars that have been off the road and forgotten about, and get them on the road, making them affordable. I mean, I could slam do the body work on this car and throw a paint job on it, but it just puts it out of reach for a lot of people, and there's no reason. They don't have to be mint. You don't have to have that $10,000 paint job on it to enjoy it. You can wash this car. People are going to stare at this car. It looks like a real Survivor. This car looks like it's been driven since 1969 and it's just weathered the storm. I kind of like the look. I was never a big patina guy. The big draw to me for patina is it keeps a car affordable. That's what I like about them. And they make them so much fun. Back in the day, you'd sit on this fender on this car and not care. All the cars today that are painted, you can't even go near the fender. I don't enjoy that. These are the cars I enjoy building. Right here. To me, they're the most fun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this car to Mr. Wilson's tomorrow. Mr. Wilson's going to sell the car for me. I like putting these cars together. I like working on them. I don't like selling things. I'm just not that selling type of guy. So Mr. Wilson's going to list this car maybe, I don't know, tomorrow, I'm guessing. But when I find out, I'll let you guys know. So tomorrow I'm going to drop this car off to Mr. Wilson's. I'm going to pick up that green Camaro that I picked up the other day I showed you. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to park it right here. And I'm just going to cram on that car to get it done. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that car as a driver or if I'm going to do it as a roller. But get it to the point to where somebody who has a transmission and a motor, they can drop it in there and just finish the project. But I'd like to get it up and running, but I'm kind of limited in time because I really want to get started on these cars right here. You know, and I know these cars here, this car right here is going to take forever to get done. I'm hoping to have that car done in the spring. I'm only kidding. Probably May or June. I'm hoping to have this car close to the finish line to where I could drive it, because I really want to drive this car next year and just have some fun with it. So this is pretty much the end of the day. I want to thank you very much for taking a ride with me in a car that hasn't been driven in 34 years. And for taking a ride with my son and I as we put these cars together. I really enjoy doing these videos. I hope you enjoy watching them. And as always, take care of yourselves.